Okay. It's not a great photo. Hello. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Tash. Hello, Karen. Hello, Pam. Right. What's the cutting I've done over there? I've got a photo. This is the pile of paper Noah collected for us to select from for the weekend.
He wanted you to have variety.
I don't actually think he went through them properly. And I think Amelia put the papers that we couldn't use back in the pile. That he kept taking out of the pile and she kept putting back in the pile. Yep. Okay. Let Dad check. Just doing a shoe check. What am I going to use? What am I going to use? Maybe. Green doesn't really match. So we're going to use the summer. Maybe.
Alrighty, so we've got Trish, Jean, Gail, Cheryl, and Raquel.
Hi, Jacqueline and Deborah and Di and Raquel and Cheryl and Gail and Trish and Jean. How are you all?
Got the other one on the tube.
That's not bad, because that goes really well with... Can you just check that I can use Dreamland number 3, please? I have an awful feeling about it. I believe you should, because we make kits with it. Yeah. I believe there may not be enough of that. But I have a feeling that on Safari 1 is the same.
First one.
Quentin's just accused me of not being a mind reader and that expecting him to be a mind reader, and then he does that.
Sweet Noah.
Yep. Rightio. So let's work out what we would possibly do with this.
43 of bronze.
Yep, and what about Beautiful Family 2? Okay. Oh, I'm pretty good, Raquel. I feel better now. I'd only just woke up from a nap when I taught that last class, and I was feeling a little bit secondhand, I can tell you that. So I've got this photo, and I've done some fussy cutting from the new summer collection fussy cuts. What's that?
34.
Of...
Beautiful Family.
Oh, maybe not. Leave that there. And, you know, let's have a look at doing... So I don't have... I was going to make a leaves.
Got Fiona over on the tube.
A leaves fussy cutting, but I didn't get around to it somehow. Do the window. Maybe not need the wings. I haven't killed him yet. Just got a look at. We end up with some strange. That's not bad. That's. I can't remember. Nope. These are meant to be Christmassy, but I think the swirly ones will be better. Decisions. I think these will look better. Okay, so let's put those ones back in the bag. Okay, let's have a look at our chipboard here. Be happy with the buzzy bees, maybe not. Cassettes and arrows, flip-flops, palm trees on this day. Oh, there's some gauze here. Maybe we'll use the gauze. We've got a little tub of interesting stuff. And there's some acrylic hearts here. cut apart some gauze. Let's have a look at what we want to do, and then we'll have a look at where we go with the whole colours. Pause. I'm going to sort of frame the photo with some paper maybe. Hello Fina. Hello Tracy and Julie over on Instagram. And let's tear up the other bit of gauze. Let's grab another piece. What if we put like a frame and then on this day, on the frame? Move those things. What colours do we think? Let's see. That it's quite a nice contrast, isn't it? The blue. Although I am a fan of the Super Fun Time yellow, but then the flowers don't necessarily stand out. I've got a scrapbook of vellum. I can put that in there. We could do a yellow frame with a blue centre.
That's what Deborah said, blue with a yellow frame. Mary says,
Let's try and set it on here. Hello Mary, how are you? And then if we paint like the swirls, and then if we like matte the photo on, say, some white. Just moving stuff out of the way. Don't think we're going to use that.
Mary said the yellow with the blue frame was very pretty.
The blue with the yellow flame.
Yellow with the blue frame, she said.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the flowers not standing out. It's pretty. But if we did that, let's cut this down.
Deborah suggested white between the blue and yellow.
Yeah, I think white. If we make the photo in white, but we put white between those two as well. Let's get rid of that. We know this colour matches from our last class. We know it matches the flowers. This pastel blood orange. I wonder what it was called before because there's a sticker. There's a sticker here. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to go through all of the stuff at the end. And maybe we'll use a bit of gold. And then this pastel marigold. And then for the green... Oh, there's my brush that got
Diane B's popped in. She said, I'll have to watch this live tomorrow. Wasn't she meant to be at a birthday party?
Yeah, probably. Possibly. So we want sort of... Let's do this green with some yellow. We want to make this limey green colour. We want to paint our swirls in the lime green, like the leaves. And then we'll do our title in like, let's do this blood orange colour. But then our frame, let's use bits of like the marigold, the blood orange, and the gold. But try and make it sort of come up a little textured in the end. And then our hearts. Let's do gold hearts. And let's do smushing on the background. I wonder what it's going to look like. Probably dodgy. Right. Let's get a piece of white and then cut our background pieces. Trying to find a piece of white cardstock. Trying to find a needle in a haystack in here. Okay. So we've got a piece of Super Fun Times number 2. I'm going to cut that down to 12 inches. And then we're going to cut out the middle so it's a 1 inch frame. We come in 1 inch all the way around. Then let's get this piece of Super Fun Time number 4 and let's cut it down to 10 3/4 by 10 3/4 inches, of course. And how about we distress the edges of that? I'm going to do like a bright and fun sort of pseudo shabby chic look. We need to do this now. We're going to build our background and then we're going to do, I think we'll do our painting, our chipboard. And then what we'll do is we'll do our smushing. Now, we were going to do a watercolour pencil refresher class. Now, we'll do that. We will fit that in this week. I will give you notice. Either that or we'll chuck it in next weekend. There's no classes Friday night. Shops closed Friday. No classes Friday night. No, nothing on Friday. I'm having the day off completely and utterly. Rightio. There should have been plenty of cardstock in there. Just one. What's that? See, it does come out. Look at that.
There's some timber Ross papers in it.
Before we do painting, let's just get this white ready. So we're going to cut an 11-inch by 11-inch from this piece of white. And then we're going to cut it as a 1-inch frame. So we're going to come in 1 inch. You could do this neatly with a craft knife, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to cut it. Yeah, I'm going to save time. I do have a different trimmer that'll do this. You're going to cut yours neat. We're not going to distress that. Let's get our photograph. And it's a 5x7. It's a Harvey Norman, so it's not quite 5x7. But I'm going to bring it down to... I'm going to make like a 5x6. So I'm going to do a 5 1/4 by 6 1/4 inch piece of white. And that's going to be my mat. There we go. So let's stick our background together, ready, so that as soon as we finish painting, we can do our smushing. So remember, this piece of Super Fun Time four. I was going to say 3, but it's 4. Super Fun Time 4 is 10 3/4 inches by 10 3/4 inches. The Super Fun Time 2 was 12 by 12, and the white was 11 by 11.
The 4 was what, 10 1/4 or
10 3/4 by 10 3/4. I did say it again for you. Oops, I shouldn't have pulled that off. It's my husband not listening. Yes, just before class, I was expecting far too much, asking him to listen. Expecting him to listen to what I said and not have the opportunity to ask 50 times for an answer. Yes, my husband is an interesting creature, and I'm sure you all have interesting creatures in your homes too. One of our children today tried to say that one of their key annoying and disruptive behaviours they got from me, not from their father. And even he had to admit that they were wrong. Let's stick that on there. So by turning a little bit out on each piece of tape, it means that we get... Nice. Next Saturday is Super Saturday. So in store, $5, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. BYO dinner. Sorry, no kids. Right. I think I want the dark bit down the bottom. So let's set that there. Power back. So, going to do that in our blood orange colour. Going to make a green. For our swirls. Kind of damaged my swirl. And then I'm going to do our frame in like these two and a bit of gold. So let's get going. Paint the whole thing in this. What we might do is we might put a little bit on the frame as we're going with this. Takes about 3 coats with a lot of colours to colour your chipboard. So I'm going to colour the frame as we're going. First day of school tomorrow here in Queensland. Quentin likes to get everything ready. He used to tell me I did a bad job, so I told him to do it himself. So now he does it. Just like lunches. Told me there was nothing to making lunches. He didn't know why I complained about the kids not eating their lunches. So I told him to do it himself, and he does.
So we're using all this dye.
Yeah. Or maybe you could search it up. And we're going to put this in patches. Yep.
Oh,
We're just going to do some patchy bits. Colour. Without getting it in the little holes in that. And I'm going to add another coat.
you're in bed?
But Dad, have we wrote the name on the sketchbook?
We do. We do that in the morning. Good. What we're playing for that.
Yeah. I don't think we get Dad to write your name.
I've been writing most of my names.
Yeah, because Dad's handwriting's too messy, isn't it? Did you know that's why?
Wait, it is?
Yep.
But he's wrote all my stuff since year 1.
Yep. He usually doesn't write the names. Well, he writes on the pencils.
And he usually writes on the forums.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Mrs. Hanrahan's learned how to read Dad's writing, but
I think everybody's learned how to read.
well, not everyone.
I can't. Well, I can read Dad's writing. It's just a little bit wobbly.
Yep.
Good night. Have a good.
Okay. Nah, love ya.
Love you too.
See you in the morning.
See you
Usually
in
happen
the
on
morning.
Sunday.
Oh, dearie me. You trying to tell me that I'm being unreasonable? Your handwriting's neat.
No, I would never suggest my handwriting's neat.
Quentin's handwriting's terrible. Noah writes like a doctor. He actually does write like a doctor. Noah has doctor writing. It's slanted, it's scripty, it's... He has a very, doctor-esque way of writing. I don't mean that against doctors, but doctors write, a very unique way. And I think it's from having to write so much when they're at university back in the day. I don't know how much I used to have to write in notes in lectures. And I didn't spend the hours in lectures that doctors did. Okay, let's add a little bit more of these bits. Just to boost them up just that last little bit. I know it seems a bit ugly right now what we're doing, but it'll get there, trust me. Let's move our frame away. Let's come up with our green colour. Okay. So we've got some of this dark green. This is from the matte or the satin collection. It's called medium green. How are you feeling, Quentin? How are you feeling, Q? Pam asked. Great. Great. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Hello, Karen. I'll say good night to Neely. Hello, Desley.
Hey, Desley.
Okay, then we're going to use a little bit of the lemon yellow. Probably going to use like almost 50-50. Oh, we might have a bit more yellow there than green. Let's just add a bit of yellow at a time. Oh no, we need more yellow. It's not enough yellow. Need more yellow. Tiny touch of the green, lots of yellow. I've got too much green. I don't want it a perfect mix either. Yeah, that'll be good. We don't want a perfect mix. We want to be able to... that's too much paint on there. We want to have it sort of a bit different here and there. Our next super weekend is from the 8th to the 10th. So Friday the 8th, Saturday 9th, and Sunday the 10th of March. I'm going to do International Women's Day weekend. So we're going to do something sort of, we're going to focus on friendshipy.
Lee's at the Melbourne airport waiting for a flight.
Yeah, I saw you were at the tennis and did lots of stuff down there. I'm a little envious. I don't mind Melbourne. Quite like it. Only thing wrong with going to Melbourne is if I don't take any children with me, there's none of my children there. I like going to Brisbane because I see my children. or a child. Unless there's another one there as well. Let's flip this one over, face the opposite way. Have one facing one way and one facing the other way. You will see there were might be little dark lines or little shadows on one side. That is from the blades that the chipboard sits on. They're not sharp blades, but they're just called blades. They're just like bits of aluminium. And you just paint over that, honestly. Like, it's a bit of flashback where the laser hits the aluminium. I'll just paint over it. You shouldn't have too much issue with... You shouldn't have too much blackness at all from our chipboard. And we do quality check every piece of chipboard. Occasionally a piece gets through and gets in a packet and might get sold that's not 100%. Just let us know if it's not usable. We send out a lot of not quite perfect chipboard as freebies. We've only ever had... we had one lady say the crap in the envelope was rubbish and she chucked it in the bin. And that's actually the only person. I think we've only ever had one person that didn't like getting freebies. She called it crap in an envelope that she chucked in the bin. So, and that was back in 2021.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
She also, we know she pulled a Swiftie. She tried to say there was stuff missing from her order. We still sent the stuff that she said was missing, but we know she was pulling a Swiftie, so. There's only her and one other person that does that. We have one person that pulls Swifties. We do generally make mistakes. Like, we don't mean to, but mistakes happen. Like, we're only human. We do make mistakes and leave things out of orders, but we do have someone that's orders get photographed.
The envelope is like Christmas, is the
none of you are on our list. We just have one customer who only orders very rarely, and we photograph all her orders. And attach it to the order in our online store because she, and I think she might know now that she can't just say stuff was missing when it wasn't, because we actually send her a picture of what her order was that was packaged up of every single item.
Karen said, gosh, I love the freebies, and Ava loves that she can use them on her little projects.
Yep. Ava loves the freebies.
A lot of the freebies, especially the colour cuts, there's actually nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that one on the sheet was a dud, so the rest of them... Quentin actually gives away good stuff as freebies. He actually goes, I don't have enough freebies, and he just goes and steals product.
Well, can't put my hand on my heart, so never done that.
You're doing it last week. He takes prototypes too. I do give him dud prototypes. Sometimes you'll get a product and it'll be a colour that we don't sell. It's a dud prototype. There are actually there's actually a serious quantity of dud prototype Nautical Dreams things that people have been receiving. And chipboard that doesn't work.
I might have run out of magical memories times.
Oh, the acrylic ones that were a fail.
That were a fail. They look beautiful.
They do, but they've got faults in them because the the acrylic behaved badly. So I'm putting like different shades, and some areas I'm adding more yellow and some I'm adding more of the dark green. Trying to make sure I don't have any gaps and don't have any globby bits. I've got a bit of globby stuff down here.
There you go. Ava helped Karen. Ava asked Karen, asked me to order her some stuff Just of her craft drawers. Oh, there you go. Just for
There
her
you go.
craft drawers.
She's a girl who knows what she wants. Rightio.
I think I once accidentally posted some of the all the rainbow unicorn stickers, pizza box stickers.
Yes, Sandra ended up with a whole sheet of them. Yeah. I want to know how to spell the word doofus. Quentin. And let's just add some of the marigold.
Deborah said the rose gold acrylic was gorgeous. Such a shame it didn't play nice. Yeah.
No, it didn't. Didn't play nice at all. And because it's white back.
It's food safe. You can stick it on your cakes.
It's really well. The other stuff is too. I found out that was just scaremongering.
Really?
It's just really, really that white backed acrylic is so expensive. It's just so I'm putting this on and I'm being a bit over generous and I'm doing sort of thicker pieces here. Adding it, but I'm doing some thicker bits. I'm putting some texture on it.
We got conned by the food safety.
Yeah, it wasn't the people that sold it to us that said that either. It is dodgy. It looks really awful right now. We need that to dry for a bit. And while that dries...
Hi, Kathy.
We're not going to colour our hearts until we go to stick them on. We're going to put the acrylic on and use it as an adhesive to stick them on. I'm just going to sit these up on my iPad. Keyboard. Sit there. And that. Right. Other side. Smooth side. So. That'll be right. Bit of water. Mix it up.
What hearts were you talking about?
Acrylic hearts. Bit of water. Like a fair bit of water. Let's see. Rightio. Let's get a heat tool on that. Let's put a heat tool on. Got a knot in it again. I got a knot out of it last night. What did they do? It's not going to be strong colour, but it's going to bring shadows of the colour. Just got to clean that brush. Don't leave your brush in the water because it damages the brush. It brings the shadow of the colour into the background. Sorry? Hi Mel, how are you? Hi Kathy. Mel's over on SharePoint. Okay, so we can leave some little bits. So now let's do a bit of our marigold colour.
Marge has just joined us. Hi, Marge.
Hey Marge, how are you? Marge has been on all weekend. You haven't been scribing, Clinton, sorry. We've been seeing Marge all weekend, sorry. Okay. So, pick it up. Let's wash the brush this time. Pat that dry. Serious quantity of water. So it's got a bit of slippery stuff.
Is that a particular pack you're painting in?
Nope.
It's not on.
But I don't want lines. I had a line there. Let's wipe that off. So I only paint on one side. Okay, so you could smush from this side and it'll be a bit more textural. So I like that idea. So I've got a smooth side and I've got a textury side. That is a 4.5 by 6.5 inch stamp block that we make. Yeah. I don't always use things for how they're meant to be. This is obviously the marigold colour on the blue. It's going to have hints of green, but you'll see it's around about similar in family to the green we're using. So it's not so bad.
The lady from New Zealand, the big order was on the stamp blocks.
Yeah. Apparently stamp blocks are hard to get. Decent stamp blocks. Ours are nice stamp blocks. They don't flex off a tiny bit if you want to be He-Man with it, or She-Ra. They're good. They're nice and smooth, easy to use, and this is just perfect for doing this with. Rightio, let's leave that there. Let's get some gold now. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to layer our gold. And what I'm doing to start with is I'm getting a bit of gold on, brushing most of it off, and then I'm just I'm flicking it on. And I'm going to go in one direction first, and then I'll do the other direction, and then I'll come back. And so we get a bit of texture at the same time. So the next time we'll go the other way. So let's leave that there. Do we need a bit of gold on the background? I don't think we do. Let's move that. Let's dry this and then we'll come back again. 'Cause. 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 saves me completely wrecking my desk as well. And let's come back this way.
You could always use a messy.
You could use a messy map. I don't have a lot of space.
No, I'm still. You create doubles on big things and you fit everything into place.
Let's just add some, where we had the orangey color, let's just add some flicky bits as well. So it's just the very tips of the bristles touching.
Oh, we've got Karen has joined us also over on the tube here.
Hello Karen, how are you?
I was yapping with Karen the other day.
Hope everyone's going okay. Okay, let's dry this off a moment.
I would never be brave enough to just throw it away.
Okay, let's come in the other direction with a bit of our marigold in a couple of places. And I know the marigold's really watery. It's all about the layers, you know, like ogres and onions and parfaits and black forest cakes.
Awful Karen is about the best way you could describe it up here today.
Awful. It just yucky. But boy, it's been hot here today. Oh, it's just been yucky hot. Air conditioner has gone all day here. So
this is a big room.
It is a big room. We have a big commercial compressor. So each room has its bedroom has its own compressor, except the two end bedrooms, which is Noah's bedroom, and the spare room, which is actually his music room where his piano is, and this studio, which is the back of the house, have a big commercial
like a big
compressor, big
yeah.
2-head compressor. And this is a really big air conditioning unit here, and it does the studio and the dining room and the kitchen.
It actually.
And then there's another compressor for the lounge room.
Cools wherever his desk is the best.
But it has been going all day because Noah's been playing piano and we've done lots of things. So I'm going to get tiny, tiny amounts of the green. Yeah, you're going to be just going. And in some of the areas where we've got green, where we've got yellow, we're going to put little hints of the green. Focus. Don't know if you can see, but I put a little tiny bit of green here. It's not going to look green. It just makes it look a bit brighter. Let's do another little area.
It's been warm with Tassie too. But it feels like winter tonight. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
that's cray. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
It is just really hot here. Apparently we're not going to get any storms again. But this morning when we headed to work, like when I got in the car to drive the car out of the carport, like out through the backyard and over the entertainment area, that was just over the neighbour's place. It was just so dark and grey and dismal. But yeah, no rain for us.
We are clouded in. Like there's heaps of clouds outside, but it's obviously rain.
And they're very dark. It's very ominous looking. So we've got a little bit of green. And because it's matte paint, it's given it a little bit of a difference. You see that? We're going to add a bit more of our gold. Let's just clean that off. I know when my brushes kind of get wrecked. Scrape off most of the gold. And then we're going to do in one direction. Just have it on the tips of the brush and just scrape it across. And the more layers of this you do, the more texture you get. Gets a real texture to the way the paint goes on. The greeny colour sort of matted it down a bit because it was satin paint. That. Let's do a little bit in the other direction. And if you're going on thin enough with it, it should just about dry instantly, especially in this heat. Got air conditioners going, fans going. Still hot. Been working very hard. So the colours sort of shine through underneath, and that's what you want.
Look at a pack of these ballet bags.
Yep, we have found a new dance studio. Ballet's on Monday afternoons, and then it's not called Jazz, this new studio. It's called Modern Contemporary. We're doing that on Tuesdays, and then we do tap.
They had a wonderful day in Melbourne, says Karen. Yep, you just love it on his there, Karen. And the fan on and day for the window. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Some of the benefits of Queensland is that
Rightio.
frame looks fantastic, says Karen H.
Thank you. Off the charts, yeah.
Yeah, cyclones are meant to be forming.
Yeah.
It's way up the top still.
Well, Friday they were saying that the cyclone would hit somewhere in a 1,100 kilometre area of the Queensland coast on Sunday.
I looked up on Bomb. The prediction is it's going to cross the coast on Wednesday near Bowen.
Right.
That could change every minute.
Cyclones can turn on a dime. We don't necessarily want it here because we have a lot of industry in here, so there's a lot of heat as well in parts in our. It's quite warm in here in the crater. We've got the Great Dividing Range over that way, and then we've got the islands over this way. And it's like a circular heat bowl because of the industry. And if a storm gets in here, lots of times they just stay in here and rattle around for a bit.
Well, the Great Dividing Range is about 80k west.
About 80 k's west, but it's still close enough that the storm gets in and rattles around and makes a menace of itself. And it's not fun. Not fun at all. Bit scary for people that have not been here before when it's happened. We used to always have cyclones when we were kids. When I grew up here.
We've got a good island frontage out the front. They break down.
Yeah, they do break down fairly well. But if they get in, that's where we have issues, is when they actually get in across the boundary, the island boundary.
Well, it's okay. They've got some gas plants out of those islands.
Green is pretty bold. We're going to have to make sure we just use the green in little pieces, like not use the whole big chunky bit of green. That green is really bold. Just calmly use the green. Okay. So our next step is going to be attaching this vellum to our frame, and we want it in the middle there.
Okay. So how much of that vellum are we going to use?
a little piece. So you just need like a quarter of a piece of it. Just going to use like a skinny tape. Because remembering that glue makes vellum wrinkle and buckle. And that's never a really particularly good look. The book I'm reading is at the point where it's really hard to put down. You know when you get to that point with a book and you just don't want to put it down. There's information I need to know about someone, or the characters, and I feel that I need to know it. And I'm going to be very upset if I don't find it out until the next book. Okay, so let's put that on there with a bouquet in the middle. Yep, I know we've got lots of overhang, but let's come in with our scissors. Just make sure I can't see. I'll do that from this side. Actually, I'm going to cut it from this side. My light is flickering. I think there's something going on outside. Do you want to actually just check, Bob?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, just my light started flickering. Like electricity surging or something. These lights are very sensitive to power.
Since you lost power last night.
What's that?
Mum lost power last night.
Mum did, but she reckoned it didn't rain.
No, but they were doing on trucks replacing a pole down the end of the street today, so maybe a car.
Hit a pole. That's a possibility.
She lives near a major road.
Right. So let's stick our, on this day where we want, on our frame. I'm going to build some embellishments. Just trying to keep it clean as I go. Actually, let's put some chippy strip on the back of this. Some 1/8 of an inch chippy strip. Issue with that is we're going to apply some glue to our vellum, and our vellum is likely to wrinkle. It is going to wrinkle.
Are we going to do a custom fussy cut essentials?
They'll need just a full page.
A full page of...
Or fussy cuts. Just say fussy cuts.
Yeah.
My light is...
I can see that coming. I might have a bad connection.
My light is doing some hinky stuff.
On the way.
I feel like I'm going to have an episode in a minute.
God damn.
I'm going to go on a rampage. See where they're plugged in. Is it there?
Yeah.
Yep. That's enough for making it flicker. Please leave it be.
I think it just died.
Oh no. Did you kill my light?
It's very hot.
Okay. Well, unplug it.
Yeah,
Can't unplug both. Yeah, I don't want to touch that.
That's why it's super hot. I think it just fritzed it.
You killed my light.
I did kill your light. Sorry, peeps. It's been doing a lot of work this weekend.
Deary me, I'm going to have to go to Kmart. Actually, Kmart still have the $15 lights.
Well, I tried a different thing. Hang on, I'll be back. Just
Rightio.
wait, and there was more.
Oh, I don't like this one. This one. There we go. So it's nicely stuck together. That's going to go there. So when we go to stick this on, oh, I've got a bit of a line there. When we go to stick this on, we're going to actually take this apart. Rightio. So let's stick our photo element blocky thing together. So I'm going to build the things we know, and then what we'll do is we'll put it all together. And let's get some shippy strip on the back of that.
No power?
Nope, no power. Oh no, you've got to turn it on. You've got to press the button. You plug it in.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Right.
Your power board, dear.
I want to fritz the socket
Yep.
on the board. So I've got some chippy strip on there.
Shouldn't flicker anymore. It's in a brick.
Move this out of the way. So clear some of this debris. Rightio. Oh. Let's put the photo so it's a little more to the left. So sort of even, so like 2.5 inches down and 2.5 inches in, sort of thing. Let's do that. Oh, I had glue on my finger. I'm just going to glue. I just put glue on Quentin. Dear me, poor Quentin's got glue on him. One thing is this comes off. Dimensional Magic does not come off your photo. There are pros and cons to everything you use. Like, everything has its good points and its not so good points. It's about there and there.
Good old Kmart, yep. Good old Kmart. Mel said I should be fussy cutting some of the embellishments off the sheets I ordered from you while I'm watching. Oh, chip chop, well done. And she said, good old Kmart.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes the stuff you get from there does the job, but
Sometimes it just,
you just gotta know it's not gonna have the life expectancy.
no. I have an expensive light not last, so
Well, we have two lights, and the little one is
the little one,
6-year-old.
no, not that old. The little ones. This is my third one of the $15 ring lights. Oh, the first ring light was the one that lasted the least amount of the big one was $45, and the little tiny light was about $45 or $50. It's a Lumo light.
Naomi's one is actually glued to her frame. It's lasted a long time, but her frame doesn't get transported like yours does.
No, we take mine when we move. We've done a light on those. We do have another rig somewhere with lights on it, but I don't know if it actually has lights anymore. I think we might have rated its lights. So the main purpose of this big flower in here is it sits behind the vellum. And it just looks nice behind the vellum there. So let's sort of go into this big yellow flower. So you're just going to get a strip of these big flowers. They just make a nice foundation.
Cheryl says it's looking good.
Thank you, Cheryl.
And Jacqueline said it's very pretty. It's summery.
Right. So let's take this piece here. So we're kind of going to do a bit of naughty construction.
You do some pruning.
We're just going to sit things on top of other things. Cut that out of there. And we've got this sort of forked bit here. Like that. As well. This one, we've kept these two little pieces on it. Like that. That. Let's get a little bit of gauze. I just want to tuck a little bit of gauze in here. Like that. Right. Get a few bits of chippy strip. Say 6 bits. And we're just gonna pick 1, 2, 3, 6 random flowers. Yep. I'm gonna add chippy strip to them. We don't want to go, oh, we're going to only add, chippy strip to the yellow flowers, and then we're going to, or just to the big flowers. We're just doing 6 random flowers, and then that gives us, well, you can do the same flowers as me if you want, but I'm going to do random ones.
So our chippy strips give you a 1 mil lift.
Yeah.
There used to be companies out there that provided tape that did 1 mil lifts, and then they switched it up to 2 mils. So
Didn't tell us.
didn't tell us.
Didn't even change the picture of the product.
Or the description.
No. And then couldn't understand why I got upset.
It did take us a long time, but to, I guess, be brave enough to do the chippy strip.
Yeah, oh no, we did it pretty early on, didn't we? We did them in May. We did a product a day in May. And we got our laser machine, Russell.
Chippy strips is the way I test the laser machine.
Yeah. How well the chippy strips cuts is an indicator of whether the machine is working well. I don't know if that's straight or wrong. The problem with this glue is it takes time to dry. I'm going to say that.
Is that the tacky glue?
Yeah. It takes time to dry, so stuff moves and landslides and drives me nuts. Okay, now let's look at where we have things that need to be covered. Like where we've got little pieces of our chipboard poking out that need a little tiny bit of surgical hiding.
I'll get that photo.
Shot. Oh, R2. Dear me. It's not our product here, but
This I think must have been a show or something.
nope, it's our product. I wouldn't wear that colour. I don't wear that shirt to the shows. Can have little flowers that sort of, you know. Nope, that one doesn't look good. That one's naff.
Trish said this page is beautiful.
Thank you, Trish.
Do you want me to tell you what I've got in the kit just to make sure I got everything?
Yeah, if you want.
Thank you, Dad. So, we've got a piece of white card, Super Fun Times paper 2, Super Fun Times paper 4, the Chippy Cuts grey frame, the Chippy Cuts title word on this day.
Yep.
Chippy Cuts grey swirly leaves, 2 pieces. The printed vellum, like a quarter of a sheet of that.
Yep.
And a custom fussy cut editions or essentials for lay 4 sheet.
Yeah. So you got 2 pieces of pattern paper, piece of cardstock, fussy cut editions, a frame,
Title.
a title.
Swirls. I haven't got acrylic hearts yet because I know we had hearts 1 and hearts 2. I haven't seen you use them.
Hearts 1.
Hearts 1.
And let's put.
Oh, and I got a piece of gauze, sorry. Did we use the piece of gauze?
Did we use a piece of gauze, people? Is there gauze on the page?
I can't see it. There we go. Gauze on the page. My Facebook page is not that big. Okay, so we're going to hearts 1. There we go. If I switch over to the tube, it's a lot better.
Yeah, YouTube's got a lot more clarity.
It uses less internet. Yeah, that's awesome. Love you, Facebook.
Because YouTube's all about videos. Right. So then we've got a heart here, a heart here, a heart here.
Okay, so Diane D has said, absolutely gorgeous page, Alicia. Mary G, very happy looking page, great colours. Jacqueline says, just wanted to say thank you for a wonderful fun in the sun super weekend at 12 great classes.
I hope you all enjoyed it.
And lots of new products.
We had a great time, and remembering that this summer was meant to be, we were going to do in November an Advent type packagey thing where we did a class a day in November from an Advent package, and this was the collection summer. And I went, oh, I've got to release it. I've got to release what I've got with it. Obviously, there would have been more with it, so we'll be releasing more later.
So how many little hearts are we going to put on?
So we've got 5. We've got a big one, 2 medium ones, and 2 small ones. So I use one of the paint brushes I was born with. And I get some of the gold paint. I'm going to dab it on the back. So acrylic paint is plastic. Acrylic is plastic. And therefore, it is good as a glue. In a pinch.
We use it as glue all the time.
In a pinch, use acrylic paint as a glue. I'm just using a wet paintbrush to pick up a little bit of gold smush here. And I've just made it worse. And I've made it worse.
So we're doing 1/3 of a pack of hearts because it's 15 pieces, 15 hearts.
Yeah, that'll do. Should be right. That's a bit of gold smush between friends. Not too much. I'll use another one to pat some of it off, hey?
Right, so you want to know where your kit's at?
Yeah, I like to have the hearts going up and down too.
$20.21.
So let's do $19.95.
19. You're too damn cheap.
So, my choice. I'm never going to be rich. No, we do need to buy a new car this year.
I just realised.
That's what you just realise.
No.
Did you leave something out of the kit?
No, I haven't put any of the paper in. I wanted to make sure we don't sell the papers.
The control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to put that in.
I'll do that right now. I don't like getting in trouble. Do it live.
Just the depth that varies. So if you're at home and you're creating this, just leave the page to dry naturally. We'll spread it out a bit further. Yeah. Good. Look at that. I love the colours. And the addition of the blue, the green's a bit bold. I'm going to do something. I've just got some watered down gold. And I'm just going to put some on the green. Just some watered down gold. Yep, the green was just too much for me. My thinner brush that got killed in our cybercrop would be good. I've got to have a look. I'll do save the dates up this week for our next super weekend. But I think we were going to have a cybercrop the weekend before. Does everyone think of that? Let me have a look. I'll have to look at the calendar. I think that looks better. So I've just got a little bit of gold with some water.
So we've got Jean said, great page, Alicia. Love the summary colours. Marge said, stunning. Thank you for some super ideas and the pages and projects.
I hope we've answered some of the burning questions. Like we've done, you know, we've done a tool card, done a shaker card, we've done mini cards. We've done a lot of clustering. There was a sisters card off. Amelia said she was trying to implement some of the things we've been working on. She's been learning some different things from me about how to cluster and have things together. So she was trying to show that she was, learning things with her crafting. We did shaker on a page. We did lots of things. We did an 8x8 page and made it into 12x12. What I was able to see was a wonderful weekend. I enjoyed cripes. I enjoyed thoroughly the classes I've watched partially live and will now catch up on those I missed. Looks like I've got some shopping to do with all the great new products. Oh, thank you, Karen. It's been fabulous and your page is stunning. Thank you. Just wanted to say thanks. All great classes. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Trish. Great weekend, great page. Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Cheryl, Margaret, Deborah, Jacqueline, Trish, Mary, Di, Karen. Thank you all.
Can you just
You're
pop
so
your arm back
lovely.
for a sec?
Oh, hello, Diana. Shantanasia over on Instagram.
Oh, I've been
Janice,
on the gram, sorry.
and I'm not sure who Midnight Scrapper is. Sorry, I should know.
Midnight
Jake, we've had classes and ideas. Thank you all so much for this weekend. I appreciate how much time the family commits to make it happen. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. I love how the colours have turned out. So there we go. So you can do your screenshots if you need to. And look at that smushing on the background. It just looks so... It's wild, but it does look natural. See what I mean about... You just go with it. You just need to...
Okay, so my photos never up.
Look at that. I don't like photos of me. I think they always look terrible. Well, that's just a me thing. I don't think it's just me that thinks that either. So there we go. My page is a bit damp behind. It's been a great weekend. I've got a lot done around the house. All the classes are on. Awesome. That's awesome, Jacqueline. Raquel, sorry. I hope your baby enjoyed watching the classes too, Raquel. Raquel has a kitten who does love watching the classes and is known to line up on the lounge or right in front of, sit right in front of the TV screen so no one else can see the TV. As if we are made of glass while we are watching our craft videos. But yes.
I'll put a link up in the thing there. It just hasn't got a picture yet because I haven't been able to get
Oh, there you go. He has made a kit. He's got to add a picture to it. I will add all the pictures and links into the albums and get all the pictures on everything and make sure all the video links work and test them all tomorrow.
So, Mel on the tube, did you see that one?
Thank you, Mel. Oh, yes. Thank you all. It's been a wonderful weekend. I'm sorry we haven't done the watercolor pencil refresher. We will do that next weekend or this week sometime. I will give you plenty of warning. And sorry I had a nap this afternoon. But yeah, and I was a bit groggy for my last class. Let's have a quick, before we go, we'll just have 5 seconds to talk about all the classes we did.
Did we do that one other way?
No, we're right. Yep, there's just a few. Let's have a quick run through before we go. So, class 1 on Friday. If you have missed classes, so class 1, she thinks it's great when I watch you on YouTube. Oh my gosh, she's awesome, isn't she? Class 1. And then we did class 2, class 3, class 4 on Friday night. I think I'm going to change class 1 to 10 o'clock too for the next one.
There's a lot of ladies in the Northern Hemisphere that love this page.
Oh, is there in the Northern Hemisphere?
Yeah. A few of the groups I stuck it in that all commented, wish there was summer here.
Class, mostly summer all year round except for a couple of weeks in the middle of winter. Class 5, which was mini cards. I think Amy John did a wonderful job.
One
class
comment was
6,
you teach your kids how to swim.
Class 7, it's actually compulsory in Queensland for schools to teach kids to swim. Class 8, was our retro 80s. That was fun. Double page last night. Class 9 was the tall card this morning. We tried to do a request with everything we did. Class 10 was the girls' card off. Love the rainbow fantasy. And class 11 was we made an 8x8 page and then we stuck it to a 12x12. And then class 12 we've just done. Look. Oh, something just fell off.
Was it a heart? It sounded plasticky.
There's no hearts missing. No, I've got sequins on here and beads. I've got a hole in one of my shakers.
Okie doke.
I've got a hole in a shaker. So when you make your shakers, make them too high.
Shake it out.
Thank you, Jeanette. So don't forget, you've still got a couple of hours to get your free watermelon stamp today. That's the stamp of the day. So spend $30 today to get a free watermelon stamp. We don't sell these ones. It says exclusive Super Weekend mini mixed media stamper. The free ones are actually smaller, and we don't sell those. Mini cards and double page, my favorites from the weekend. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Di. Thank you, Jeanette. But yeah, so we've had fun. It's been good. And we're back tomorrow night with mixed media with Naomi John. I think she's doing bees. Just as a thing, she might do bees. So see you all. Take care, stay safe. Love you all, and thank you for hanging around with us this weekend. Can't wait to see your take on the project in the albums, either on the Facebook page or Creative Family Group. See you later. Bye. Thank you.